Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So my wife has taken the dogs and gone upstairs. I was about to do a 420 when I saw this, and I wanted to touch upon this. Yeah. So, as you probably know, Twitter has been shadow banning people. Facebook, Twitter, and Google, for the most part, has been making determinations on the information that they wanted to show the public. So if you wanted to see something about the Podesta leaks, sometimes that information was withheld from you. It's creepy that a private company would do that. That's all. That this particular company is supposed to be openness, and I know Google is the don't be evil thing. They've been taken over by Alphabet at this point, so that's out the window. And ultimately, what we've come to understand is that this kind of place where all of these people interact, you have billions of people interacting with one another electronically. The reality that's shaped in that electronic sphere leans in the interests of that particular corporation. Meaning, if that corporation has a certain political interest, will they alter that algorithm just a little bit so there's certain content and there's certain information that doesn't come up because it would adversely affect their political interests? Well, the answer is demonstrably proven to be yes. The answer is yes. Silicon Valley is, for the most part, in the pockets of Democrats. Mark Zuckerberg, they were even talking about him running as a Democrat in some race somewhere, some proverbial race. So yes, clearly tech has its interests. It is a little disturbing. It is a little disturbing that these companies will take it upon themselves to change reality in this way. That's all. That's my point. Now, beyond the changing of reality, there's another problem with Twitter. It's been, I know people throw around this term fascist right much. And, lefties just throw it around to mean somebody who's being an asshole. I'm going to throw it around too. Twitter's being a fascist fucking asshole. They're locking and putting out people who've done nothing wrong, while at the same token allowing other people to be abusive. This doesn't seem fair to me. And once again, you're leaning on this thing of, we have a certain political interest that we're perfectly okay with, so we're going to back up that particular political interest. If it's against that political interest, hands off. So you're going to have lefties like Peter Douche, representing, or for the most part, impersonating and making a caricature of Peter fucking Dow, who makes a caricature of Peter fucking Dow. I'm saying he's a caricature of himself. He's ridiculous. Peter Douche is clearly a parody account. Peter Douche is a fucking comedian. He's hilarious. That account in no way has done anything gross. That account has done no way anything over the top. And yeah, he's been blocked. Peter Dow has been banished. He's at the Ecuadorian embassy in the middle of nowhere. No, he's not at the Ecuadorian embassy. I'm making the point that Peter Douche has been banished to the wilderness. He's no longer on Twitter. It is unclear what Peter Douche did. It is unclear what Peter Douche did. And the argument that they usually make is, oh, he's done something offensive. He says something that we don't particularly like. It sounds like what they don't particularly like is things that would adversely affect the interests of the people who they want in those offices. We don't want them talking bad about Democrats. We don't want them talking bad about Democrats. And he's dogging this guy who's overt and over the top and shameless in the pocket of Hillary Clinton. I know Hillary Clinton lost. I'm talking about just the Democratic Party itself. This kind of this edifice of the establishment that Peter Dow represents. I'm going to show you something. And I really need an explanation on why one is okay, but the other is not. And if the only explanation that can be given is Twitter just makes arbitrary rules based upon the people that they themselves like and make law or rules against the people who they don't like, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Explain to me this. This is our friend Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann, in one tweet after the next. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Because I just kind of want to make a point. If Peter Dow is kicked off of Twitter because Peter Dow, I think it was something like Elizabeth Warren or something like that. No way offensive. He's still not on. Apparently, they kicked off Roseanne Barr. They kicked off somebody else. They've been shadow blocking and kicking people off when those people don't align with their political ideology and political point of view. I'm saying that's a problem. I'm saying they're also hypocrites. Keith Olbermann. Any of them mention to you that we had a domestic terror attack a week ago today and you still won't call it what it was, you cowardly fuck? He's talking to the President of the United States. That sounds abusive. That sounds abusive. You're the leaker, you stupid pea-brain motherfucker traitor. Resign! Resign. I'm Keith Olbermann. The hurricane is going to do much less damage to schools than you are, motherfucker. What needs to be replaced is this motherfucker. Today, this morning, now. These are Keith Olbermann's tweets to the President of the United States. And yes, I'm saying President of the United States in this one as opposed to reality show host because I just want to make a point. Whether it was the janitor, whether it was the President of the United States, whether it was the guy who's fixing your food, whether it was your barista, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. If you're Twitter and you're saying that if people are being abusive and we're going to shadow ban those people, we're just going to ban those people outright. We're going to shut their accounts. Okay, if that's the rule that you're going to go with. What is this? What is this? One tweet after the next. Motherfucker this. Motherfucker that. You don't think that's abusive? You don't think that hurts Donald Trump's feelings? Donald Trump may not say anything, but deep down it hurts his feelings. Or at the very least it hurts the feelings of the secretary who reads Keith Olbermann's nasty tweets. How is Peter Dow blocked? How is Peter Dow blocked? Peter Dow's never done anything like this. This is a page full of tweets that Keith Olbermann has written, bashing and cursing and screaming at the President of the United States. Let's keep looking at some more, because I'm trying to understand this. If Twitter has any consistency whatsoever other than some kind of political leanings or somewhere changing or altering the software to get rid of people it doesn't necessarily like or political perspectives that it doesn't necessarily like, I'm saying that's pretty fucked up. I'm saying that's pretty fucked up. Let's keep going. Then tell your racist, white supremacist, neo-Nazi father to get the fuck out of our society. Honest to God, real Donald Trump, shut the fuck up. Resign. Oh, this is Keith Olbermann. Go fuck yourself, real Donald Trump. You and the POTUS can go fuck yourselves, you racist Nazis fucks. You would destroy this country, real Donald Trump. Go fuck yourself. Keith Olbermann and everything he likes to say, go fuck yourself. That's awesome. So we're clear, this is where this fucking lying anti-democracy fuck lied to the American people with no fucking quote fucking marks. That sounds pretty abusive to me. That sounds pretty abusive to me. Twitter's okay with that. Why is Twitter okay with that? Why is Twitter okay with that? That sounds pretty fucking abusive to me. The child inside of me died a little bit reading those. Twitter is a funhouse reality at this point, and it is acting as a pure political tool. That's problematic. Twitter should be able to answer for why one is okay and the other is not. And if it's going to be politically leaning in this way, then it should just say we're going to be a political organization and we're going to block certain things that we don't want people to see. We're going to get rid of certain people who we don't necessarily like their thoughts. That's going to be Twitter from here on out. Yeah. Rebel Cage Rattler, welcome. Tomosi Young, come here often. Yeah, every so often. Every so often. Jimmy Pulowski, he's a parody account of Peter Dow. He's hilarious. He is hilarious. He is hilarious. I didn't even know who Peter Dow was. I came across Peter Douche first, and then I had the unfortunate opportunity, or disopportunity, whatever you want to call it, of coming across the actual Peter Dow. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is a parody. He's a parody of himself. It's like he's lusting after Hillary Clinton. It's amazing. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. And it's like you can't help watching his tweets. It's like, okay, I need a canned quote from a Hillary robot. Oh, Peter Dow. Peter Dow. That's my guy. Peter Douche makes a parody of a parody, which makes it that much more funnier. Peter Douche is fucking hilarious. He really is. And I'm just kind of making this point that it's amazing that they would get rid of one, but keep the other. Meaning Keith Olbermann in this case. Keith Olbermann is being outright, completely abusive. He's being completely abusive. Yeah. Keith should go back to sports. I just want him to have some... Find the Keith Olbermann that was back during the Bush administration. And the integrity that that particular Keith Olbermann projects, he needs to get some of it. He needs to get some of it. Somebody, I wish that particular Keith Olbermann can go in time, like have some, like an alien, grabs him, drags him through time, and lets him meet the new Keith Olbermann. And so, you lost the mission, bro. That's what you're gonna tell me. You lost the mission, bro. Yeah, this is fucking insanity. And look, you know the wild part? It's not that I'm all that that broken up over Keith Olbermann attacking Donald Trump in this way. That's not it. It's the funhouse reality of it. It's, we're going to block this person because we don't like what this person is saying. We're okay with this person even though this person is being bluntly and overtly abusive. Where's the parody? Where's the parody? So if a right-winger says something, they're going to block that particular right-winger, but the lefty or the faux left can say whatever they want because they're Democratic functionaries, and Twitter just so happens to like Democrats, and Facebook just so happens to like Democrats, and Google. Yeah, this is problematic, man. I just think this is problematic. These guys have a particular view of reality that they want to espouse. If you're going to block some, but keep the others, that's a funhouse reality. That's a problem. That's immensely a problem. Keith Olbermann is a loony. He's gotten loony. Yes, he has. He's lost the mission. Rebel Cage Rat, everybody's here. Keith Olbermann appearance on The View was enraging. Yes, Gardner, it was. I think I did the clip. Yeah, it was. It was. Making the argument that Donald Trump is worse than ISIS and Bin Laden. Now, I have problems with even making the comparison because, you know, you get into this thing of, well, wait a minute, we need more context. We have more to do with creating those guys. Those guys didn't just come out in the void. But, in the context of the way that the question was asked, or the way he was answering, yeah, that's immensely problematic. It's immensely problematic. Rebel Cage Rattler, what's happening? What's happening? KO and Joy Reid. Yeah, Joy Reid has become, oh man. Yeah, she's just as bad. The stuff that she be saying on Twitter is fucking insane. They are insane. They're absolutely insane. Every so often I will see her say something where she's like attacking a Bernie supporter. It's like, why are you attacking a Bernie supporter? Look, everyone has their bubble. Everyone has their reality box. Fair enough. Fair enough. Keith Olbermann is a cherry picker. Yeah. If cherry picking was a mutant ability, Keith Olbermann and Rachel Maddow would take the cake. They would take the cake. I mean, they never talk about Democrats at all. The only thing they can ever talk about is, we just want to talk about Republicans. Yeah, but what happened to it? We just want to talk about Republicans. That is a problem associated with doing that. Because it gives this kind of implicit bias. It makes it as if, for instance, when a person is doing that, like Keith Olbermann or Rachel Maddow, they're making two arguments to you, but you're really only hearing the first argument. The first argument is explicit. It's, I am telling you what Republicans are doing wrong. Republicans are horrible. Republicans are horrible. The second argument is implicit, but it's there nonetheless. That argument is still there. That second argument is, because I am only talking about Republicans, we have a two-party system. Democrats are fucking awesome. Just by proxy. It's the way people think. It's not a situation of people who are watching the show are just tuned into this thing of, I'm evaluating Democrats as a party unto itself, and I am evaluating Republicans as a party unto itself. They don't look at it that way. Those people who are there are, for the most part, we're in this camp. The information that they're being given, for the most part, informs a particular worldview. It tells them the people across from you are the bad guys. These particular ideas are the good ideas. That's their wavelength. That's the way they believe it. That's the way they keep it. But keep in mind, that has no reality to it at all. Or the reality is very biased. It's extraordinarily biased. They don't see anything that their side is doing in this fucking fuss that we have as a country. They don't see it. They're functionally blind to it. So people like Keith Olbermann, people like Richard Maddow, people like Joanne Reed, these functionaries, these Democratic functionaries who call themselves journalists, call themselves journalists. Fucking journalists. No, they're propagandists. That's their job. That's their job. They're propagandists. That's all they are. They're paid to be propagandists. So, yeah, they're paid to be propagandists. Attack Bernie supporters and Republicans. Joy Reid. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. That's just their job, man. That's their job. They don't necessarily want to give you... I know what I was saying. The secondary point of view is implicit. By only talking about Democrats or only talking about Republicans, you make it look like Democrats are just fucking awesome. They're the problem. We're the good guys. We're trying to do the best that we can in rough situations. And the Republicans are just in our way. And we'll be able to get more stuff done. And the Republicans just fell in line. And blah, 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 blah. Because this is a two-party dynamic, it makes it look like they're the bad guys. It makes it look like Democrats are the good guys. And that's the narrative that they go with. This is the best society you can get. These are the ranges of debates. Us and them. Fox News does the opposite. Same difference. Same difference. Fox News may be a little bit more, maybe a little bit worse, but to be honest, MSNBC has been looking disastrous lately. It's been looking disastrous. So, yeah, implicit bias built into it. It's almost like the second that bias, you can make an argument, is almost a lie. There are going to be things, certainly. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I don't want to beat a dead horse. If anybody has watched Rachel Maddow, you know what I'm talking about. It's Democrats are fucking awesome, Republicans are fucking horrible. And my entire show for every day in perpetuity for the rest of my life is going to do the exact same thing, telling you that Democrats are fucking awesome, Republicans are fucking horrible. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Just keep screaming about Trump. That's good enough. Hashtag news. That's right, Garneau. Republican Riley. What's up, you asked Jamal. Just shaking my head in disbelief at the onslaught of hypocrisy and the outright disrespectful criticisms happening in the world today. Too much tearing each other down. I love that. That is like righteous indignation. Right on. Fox is vitriolic. MSNBC is condescending. Yes, 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 yes. The Robert. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. I love the way you put that. Agreed. Yeah. They are nothing more than news readers to mostly young. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's just unfortunate that the news that they read is shaping a particular reality. Shaping reality. Questions. How do you undermine that particular reality? Well, you have less and less people watching TV in that particular way. You have less and less people giving them any level of credibility. Support is eroding. It's like all these people are just dying off. Yeah, agreed. Alright, I don't want this one to get too long. I have a 420 coming up. So, I'm going to end this here. Alright guys, if you enjoy the content, feel free to share, like, subscribe, and of course, you can always support through Patreon. Apparently, Super Chat now. Not bad. Alright guys, thanks.